They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner.
It's like 6 in the morning. We got the cornflakes, Ciroc and lemonade going. You know, everybody just chilling. You know, you dig? Boom. Man, let me show you. We got the fireplace jumping off. It's the after hour. I gotta go upstairs and do what I do. Alright? Ladies want to celebrate. I like celebrating life, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh. Hot summer day on the corner at home.
And trust me when I tell you, this scandal is about to blow the roof off everything we thought we knew about one of rap's most iconic figures. Remember how we've been watching the industry crumble piece by piece after Diddy's spectacular downfall and all those shocking leaks? Well, honey, that was just the beginning we predicted, and when I say predicted, I mean we knew that Diddy's legal troubles would send shock waves through the entire industry. Now we're seeing more and more artists being exposed for their questionable behavior. And let me tell you, some of these revelations are leaving everyone absolutely speechless. But this latest bombshell about Busta Child, the signs were there all along, staring us right in the face, and here's the tea that's got everyone's jaws on the floor, according to an insider who's close to the situation, and trust me, they know what they're talking about. There are leaked emails circulating that paint a picture so shocking it's almost unbelievable. These emails allegedly show that not only is Busta living this whole secret life on the down low, but he's also been accused of something far more disturbing: grooming young men into inappropriate relationships. Now, isn't it just absolutely mind-blowing that Busta, of all people, is being exposed for being on the DL? I mean, this is the same man who spent his entire career crafting this.
You talking about Busta Rhymes before
Oh yeah.
in some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this been common knowledge though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it on here. They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie, like, the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout, she playing it. All his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack playing that.
Here they call them a fun boys. They say we got to have some fun boys in the section for Buster, cause you know I bodyguard for Ghostface Killer before. You feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn, and my auntie, like the biggest Buster or fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout she playing it, all his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Ma playing that. But my darlings, buckle up, because this tea is about to get even hotter. Big homie CC didn't just come with some vague accusations or random gossip. This man brought receipts. He spilled all the details about this absolutely jaw-dropping incident involving actor and model Don Benjamin and one of Don's gay friends. And let me paint this picture for you, because what Big Homie described is absolutely wild, according to Big Homie, who witnessed everything firsthand the very moment, and I mean the exact second Busta laid eyes on this man. Something extraordinary happened. It was Like watching someone transform right before your eyes. The energy shift was so dramatic, so palpable that everyone in the room could feel it. Big Homie swears that Busta's entire demeanor changed instantly, like someone had flipped a switch inside him. And honey, what happened next was straight out of a movie. Big Homie says Busta didn't.
On my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. Well, I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro. If you in the mix, like I've been in the mix, you know this, bro.
Group of people at this time I was with. Don Benjamin, you familiar with him? No. I never heard of him. Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin and the club we ended up going to busting RYMS in there. So he got it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool. Feel me, good guy, bro. Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what pulled him to the section? Like, through the rope and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us, but I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody like a group people, I try to make sure everybody get there together, leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you, bro? This common knowledge, bro. If you in the mix, bro, if you in the mix like I've been in the mix, you know this. Just when you thought this piping hot tea couldn't possibly get any more scalding, Big Homie turned up the heat to absolutely blazing. The details he shared next were so shocking, so unexpected that they'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about Busta Rhymes. According to Big Homie, Busta wasn't just showing some casual interest, he was completely and utterly smitten. Can you even process this? The very same Busta Rhymes who built his entire empire on this image of being the ultimate masculine figure, this intimidating presence in hip-hop, was allegedly gushing, yes, gushing about how cute this guy was. The contradiction is just too much to handle, and once he managed to get this man into his VIP section, child, what happened next was something straight out of a wildlife documentary. Big Homie described how Busta transformed into this incredibly attentive admirer, watching this man's every move like a hawk watching its prey. He was literally attached to this man's hip all night long, making absolutely certain that he couldn't wander away for even a split second. Every single movement, every gesture, every word, Busta was completely locked in, giving this man his undivided attention in a way that Big Homie says was intense, deliberate, and absolutely impossible to ignore or misinterpret. So I hear somebody say, "Oh, he's cute, I want him." So when I heard that, I turn around like, man, did he just say that you got all this jewelry to attract some men in here, you wild? Shocked me, but so enough, and that was the guy, the Busta Rhymes pulled him into the section, pulled him into the, and then they.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
Well, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different.
Homie took us even deeper into this rabbit hole with an even more shocking revelation that nobody saw coming. He exposed Busta's long history of allegedly lashing out at women incidents that somehow never seemed to make headlines or attract media attention. While everyone knew about his explosive confrontations with men, his treatment of women somehow always managed to slip under the radar, avoiding public scrutiny. And according to Big Homie, this pattern wasn't just some random coincidence. There might be something much deeper and more complex at play here. He suggested that, like many men living double lives, Busta might be carrying some serious internal conflicts and deep-seated resentment toward women, whether these issues stem from personal struggles, internal battles, or something else entirely. Big Homie hints that Busta's behavior toward women might be a sign of something much more complicated bubbling beneath that carefully crafted public image. How long has it been like this? Knowing about Busta Rhymes, I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012. How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything? Because, bro, these people admire these people so much they want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matter most of them, that matter so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, it's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females so just and girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry, text me if it get dangerous. What is all this club security in here? Like, nothing's going to happen. Nobody want to kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs, people who really got a threat on their life, I move way there. Now if you're sitting there thinking this is just one disgruntled ex-bodyguard trying to stir up drama and get his 15 minutes of fame, let me stop you right there, because honey, this story goes so much deeper than just one person's account. Over the years, multiple men have stepped forward with their own jaw-dropping encounters with Busta Rhymes, and each story adds another piece to this increasing complex puzzle. Take social media personality Trip Ollie, for example. Back in 2020, he uploaded this absolutely explosive video to his YouTube channel that had everyone's jaws on the floor. According to Trip, he was just minding his business walking through NYC on his way to a Halloween Party when Busta allegedly tried to pick him up the way Trip tells it Busta wasn't subtle about his intentions at all. He made his interest crystal clear, leaving Trip completely shocked and caught off guard when Trip first shared his story. It definitely raised some eyebrows and got people talking, but like most rumors about Busta's alleged nightlife activities, it kind of faded into the background after a while. But now with big homie CC coming forward and adding even more fuel to this already blazing fire, those old whispers are starting to sound a lot less like random gossip and a lot more like part of a consistent pattern and chilly if more people decide to break their silence and come forward with their stories. Busta might finally have to address all these questions he's been dodging for years. The details Trip shared about his encounter are absolutely fascinating. He spilled all the tea about how Busta invited him to join his VIP section at this exclusive club. Now at first Trip was actually excited about the invitation. I mean, who wouldn't be? He was thinking it would just be a regular night out, maybe some networking, maybe some party vibes. But child, what happened next took such a sharp turn that it left him completely spinning. According to Trip, the moment, and I mean the very second he stepped into that VIP section, Busta's whole demeanor underwent this dramatic transformation. What had started as just a casual, seemingly innocent invite quickly evolved into something much more intense and personal. Trip described in detail how Busta's advances became increasingly bold and obvious, leaving him absolutely stunned and completely unprepared for the situation he found himself in. And he says, I'm about to go in this club, we got a section, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, what, for real? Like that's what's up? Like he was like, yeah. I was like, I got to, tell my people. I was like, I come in, know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, tell him that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet so, of course I'm excited, what I'm saying. Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists of all time and back then I was really on my rap. But wait, because this story takes an even wilder turn just when you think you know where this is going. The night exploded into absolute chaos. Trip got into this heated argument with his friend who was absolutely not feeling the idea of going to Busta's party. And honey, this wasn't just some minor disagreement. What started as a simple difference of opinion quickly escalated into a full-blown physical altercation that left Trip so shaken and disturbed that he decided to completely abandon his plans for the night. But the drama didn't stop there. Because of his friends' reckless behavior, they ended up stranded in the middle of New York City with absolutely no way to get home. It was a complete mess. But you know what? Looking back on everything we know now, maybe Trip's friend was actually doing him a massive favor without even realizing it, with all these disturbing rumors circulating about what really goes down in Busta's VIP section. What seemed like a ruined night might have actually been a blessing in disguise. What was supposed to be just a fun night out turned into this absolutely wild chain of events, but who knows how much messier and more complicated things could have gotten if Trip had actually gone through with Busta's invitation. Sometimes the universe has a way of protecting us even when we don't realize we need protection. By the time 20201 rolled around, the rumors about Busta were starting to heat up again like a pot about to boil over. Word on the street was that he was back on the prowl, allegedly pursuing men with the same intensity as before. But then things got even more scandalous when paparazzi reportedly caught Busta leaving a gay Pride event with a trans woman child. The media absolutely lost it. This wasn't just some vague rumor anymore. There were actual photographers capturing this moment, making it practically impossible for him to brush off or deny. Now let me make something absolutely crystal clear. My loves, nobody's trying to make an issue out of Busta's sexuality. That's his personal business, and it's not for us to judge what's actually raising serious red flags. Here are these disturbing rumors about him allegedly crossing boundaries and engaging in behavior without proper consent, and that's just the tip of this very messy iceberg. We also need to talk about his history of getting physical over the smallest, most insignificant things. His legal troubles go all the way back to 2006, when he allegedly jumped a man just for spitting on his car. And hold on to your wigs for this next part. Billboard reported that Busta had an actual machete in his car. Can you even? This whole situation just added more fuel to his already controversial reputation. While everyone's been obsessing over these rumors about his personal life, his history of violence and tendency to escalate situations have been quietly simmering in the background for years. Like Big Homie says, and these words will give you chills, there's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. When Diddy's alleged crimes exploded all over the headlines last November, Cam Capone didn't waste a single second. They immediately brought Orlando Brown back onto their show, and chilly the tea that was spilled, they revisited all his earlier viral comments about Diddy, including that absolutely wild story about 50 Cent claiming Diddy tried to take him shopping. And let me tell you, Orlando did not hold back. He went into even more detail about his past claims and doubled down on some of the most outrageous accusations. As the conversation progressed, it became increasingly clear that Orlando's accusations weren't just some random claims anymore. They were pieces of this bigger, more complicated puzzle that was slowly starting to come together, with 50 Cent's own story adding another layer to this already complex drama. It was obvious there were some very strange things happening behind the scenes, and Orlando seemed ready to connect all these dots. Now some people have this theory that Orlando is deliberately mixing truth with his eccentric behavior as a kind of